For the people who are not as stupidly, chronically online as I am, please let me tell you about Orc City, which is one of like the funniest memes I've seen in a while. Essentially, there was a guy on Twitter who was like criticizing fans for glazing Hideo Kojima, whose game recently came out, Death Stranding 2, which I haven't played. And he was calling out his lack of creativity, particularly with the naming of a certain character as like Fat Man, as just being, you know, devoid of any genius or whatever. And the game is doing incredibly well. People are like praising Kojima for his incredible game design. So you can imagine that fans of the game were like, what is this? But instead of simply criticizing this guy or like replying to the tweet or whatever, people went and found his fantasy novel, which was about orcs and elves. People are shredding it to pieces for being a very typical, bog standard fantasy with very cliche language. I don't know. Some of the things people are saying about it is just so funny. I've also seen actually some like interesting discourse about how orcs became such a staple in fantasy, and it made me think about similar fantasy tropes that go through that same journey. Probably like the 2010s was vampires, and dare I say now it's probably dragons, and we may look back on this time and be like, oh, it's such a cliche. Anyway, back to Orc City. I find it so hilariously creative, the way that people are taking this guy down. You know, it's not your average takedown of a hate tweet. It's hitting him exactly where it hurts based on the exact criticism that he was dishing out. It's a crazy world out there, and the memes have just been especially refreshing. I don't know, it's been a fun one.